Hey all, Glasgow Movie Addict here. Hope you're well and had a nice Easter weekend. In this video review, I'll be telling you about the movie I watched over the weekend, which was released onto Amazon Prime on Easter Friday, on Good Friday. None other than Guy Ritchie's new spy caper, Operation Fortune Ruse de Guerre. I think that's how it's pronounced, but I'm not sure. I'll just call it Operation Fortune. For good measure. It is a spy thriller starring Jason Statham as Orson Fortune, who alongside Aubrey Plaza, who plays Sarah Vidal, and his boss Nathan, played by Cary Elwes, must track down and stop the sale of a deadly new technological weapon, which is brokered by a millionaire arms dealer, Greg Simmons, played brilliantly by a Cockney-sounding Hugh Grant. In order to do this, they must recruit Greg Simmons' favourite movie star, Danny Francesco, who's played by Josh Hartnett, to go undercover and stop the sale of this deadly weapon and all hell breaking loose. So it's a spy film, a very sort of James Bondy, but without the grit of the Daniel Craig series. If you think of Guy Ritchie, there's two types of his films. I see this sort of more gritty, sweary gangster films like Snatch and The Gentleman and Lock, Stock, and his more sort of mainstream caper films like Sherlock Holmes and The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Operation Fortune is one of the latter types of films. It is good. It's entertaining. I enjoyed it. It's a light film. It's got some good comedy, some good one-liners in it. Jason Statham plays the role that he plays in most of his films, a kind of action star with a few wisecracks. But I think that the two people that really kind of steal this film are Aubrey Plaza, who plays Sarah Vidal, who is the computer hacker, and also Hugh Grant, who steals every scene that he's in as the villain, with a little bit of sort of Cockney charm about him, and he comes out with some good lines, some good one-liners. My criticisms of this movie are that I feel the storyline gets a little bit disjointed. It's quite sort of, the pacing of it sort of very sort of rugged and quite one minute one thing's happening and all of a sudden it skips to this next bit, and then towards the end of it, it gets a little bit convoluted in terms of the story about who the good guys are and who the bad guys are. And also, I feel the editing of the action scenes themselves, they lacked a bit of intensity, and were quite poorly edited. But that's coming from somebody who watches a lot of films of this nature, a lot of these types of films, a lot of action movies. In terms of Guy Ritchie as a filmmaker, it's one of his softer films. There's a wee bit of swearing in it. It's a little bit violent, but it's nothing like films like The Gentleman or films like Snatch or Lock, Stock. So 15 is a film that I watched with my family over the weekend. They enjoyed it as well. And to conclude, I would say that this is a film that if you're looking for an action movie that's light, that you don't take too seriously, that you can watch for the good banter, the good humour, then give Operation Fortune a try. It's on Amazon Prime, included in Prime Video, and I would give this overall a 7 out of 10. That's a 7 out of 10 for me for Operation Fortune Ruse de Guerre. Let me know what you think. This is Robert, Glasgow Movie Addict, and I will be back on my next review. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.